Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for checking out this video. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. It is absolutely pouring here. Didn't I just say that in another video? I swear we've gotten more rain in April and May than the past 5 years combined. But anyway, hope it's better weather where you are. Shout out to the 19, man. We got to talk about this. The WNBA. I'd kind of briefly mentioned this before because an announcement came out from Kathy, but now we've got the program launched, and we need to talk about this because we're going to expose some absolute BS. This is a load of garbage. This does nothing to help the WNBA. Well, let's dig into this. So here we go. There's no space for hate on or off the court. Today, we launched No Space for Hate, a league-wide platform focused on promoting respect across the WNBA, a league that's never respected its fans. From enhanced social media and arena security to increased mental health support, we're taking action to create a safer, more unified space for all. It's not for all because in the W, respect is non-negotiable. Um, is it though? Is it non-negotiable? This is absolutely absurd. I mean, it sounds good, doesn't it? But it's clearly dishonest. We've seen that in the past year. They absolutely allow hate. They encourage hate. They support hate. And we all know it. As long as it's coming from the right people, directed toward the right people. What they mean by this is they don't want anyone who's not like us, as Renee Montgomery has said. And we're going to dig into that because the biggest hater in the league is the player they are so desperate to be the face of the league. Look, this is empty virtue signaling. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's also partly a plan to go after Caitlin Clark fans. That's what it's about because we're going to show you that this could have been done a long time. Well, I shouldn't even say that because it shouldn't be done, but it could have been done a long time ago. But everyone knows the real hate is coming from inside the house. Grab a mirror, kids. And by kids, I mean the WNBA. This is gibberish. It's an undefinable phrase that sounds good to the emotion driven, low IQ crowd, devised by overpaid consultants whose real job is to create fake problems, not solve real ones. And of course, I think a lot of people were not too happy with this. I actually put in, this is where I put in that what I just said and got some likes on that. As they said, maybe you should start from within since many of your players show hate to fellow players. Lord forbid you get pregnant in this league. And that's someone I had on my list to talk about. Ask Derica Hamby. And don't even get us started with Asia Wilson nonstop crying about isms. And there's more from Asia Wilson we'll get to. You create a lot of the hate. So does this include the CC hate by your own so-called social media, not your new admin? Girl, mirror, look at it. 100%. And this stuff kind of goes on and on. We've got a quick clip here. Listen closely to what this lady says. Sky fans, of course.
Is it bad that I be praying that God takes away Cameron Brinks' pain and gives it to Caitlin Clark?
Is that the type of hate we're talking about, WNBA? As you can see, this was about Barbie night, which of course the Fever had an awesome game, crushed the Sky. Caitlin Clark signed Barbie merchandise after the game. And here you have a Sky fan wishing that Cameron Brink's ACL had happened to Caitlin Clark. I wonder if that is what the WNBA is talking about. And the reason I brought this up, because this was a while ago, but again, this is being brought up now because of the WNBA's policy. Start with the Angel Reese fan base. Yep. Right. So that's a reply to that. Seattle Storm, of course, is putting this out as well. Didn't they just have an investigation about their coach's behavior toward players? I believe they did. There is no space for hate. What does that even mean? We'll get to that in a minute. But, and of course, you had a lot of clowns supporting it, but except for the player and fans who brought your only sellouts last year, one step at a time. Shout out Duke. I know Duke watches the channel. What are you even talking about? I'm lost. You can't control much, especially on this app, but all the W accounts should definitely be using the block function from trolls and bigots in the replies. Great job, Storm. Yeah, great job. So we have, Kennedy Carter, who slammed Caitlin Clark to the ground from behind on a dead ball while calling her a witch. Angel Reese elbowing Clark in the head during two separate matchups. Dejanay Carrington jabbing Clark in the eye with her swords as fingernails, which something that should be absolutely banned from the WNBA. Other leagues ban those things, those fake fingernails. You should not be playing with those. No, as we know, no player was the subject of more flagrants last year than Clark. We had Diamond DeShields hit, which it was arguably worse than what Kennedy Carter did in terms of injury to Caitlin Clark because of the movement. And I'm telling you right now, there is nothing. And she does the hand up thing and pretends people are like, oh, well, she tried to help her. Yeah, of course. When you commit a dirty play like that, you're trying to then get the official to notice that, oh, no, they didn't mean it. Look at their reaction to it. Maybe I won't get hit with the flagrant. By the way, that came right after two consecutive dead ball fouls by the Shields on Clark. So she fouled her three times in the span of, I don't know, less than a minute. But there's nothing not dirty or dangerous about that hit at all. Okay, so but that's not what it's going to be about, of course. And then there were all the posts on social media about Clark, calling her a man, calling her a school, you know what, someone who does archery. I know it sounds weird when I do this, but YouTube does not like certain phrases, so I can't put that together. But yeah, Derica Hamby, as Rudy mentioned in his post, and who has a lawsuit because of how she was treated. Asia Wilson's nonstop crying about the isms against her and, all of that nonsense. We had Skylar Diggins Smith, who said she was bullied in Phoenix. Sabrina Ionescu, who we know was bullied just mercilessly in the league. Kelsey Plum talked about being bullied. Candace Wiggins was bullied out of the league. The WNBA very much seems to attack and bully straight women, very much women without tans. And oh my gosh, you combine those two and watch out. And of course, we have to talk about Asia Wilson and her best friend Dolores, who she has never denounced and never been asked to denounce, which is here. When you get to call JJ a house, you know what, Paige a witch with cerebral palsy knees, insult numerous W players, and no one asks Asia or Dawn, because this person is very good friends with both, to comment on it, that means the hypocrisy is real. These people, including the journalists, do not stand for anything. And there's Dawn Staley laughing very much at some stuff that Dolores said, but we'll get into more specifics. Wait, was there something? One of these had a post I wanted to follow up with. Is this it? Let's see if this is someone. Right, you presented this picture to the world willingly, like your forehead not pumped up from. I can't even read most of these because it's so bad. The herpes above you, you know what, are enough to be like. This is one of Asia Wilson's best friends. So you keep patting your blank to my pictures. Just remember, you're not loved, because if you were, and on and on and on. As Michael says here, which I was getting to, his actual name is Michael McManus, and he was once charged with assaulting a child by punching him in the chest, eventually released on $1,000 bail as reported. So I guess that's still allegedly, but there's Dawn. I'm just going to scroll down because there was something else I wanted to share with you. Yeah, see, here you go. Teacher accused of punching student. This is one of Asia Wilson's best friends, if not Asia Wilson's best friend. And same with Dawn Staley. Absolutely disgusting that you publicly interact with and platform this POS. The head coach of the Gamecocks publicly interacting with this scum. Maybe it's for the best they ignore. Oh, you stupid and weird. Not the child assaulter getting a shout out from Dawn Staley. And again, I believe that's alleged. I want to make that clear. So this is what you have, right? And then didn't this man punch children, call JJ a house, you know what, and made fun of Paige's knees, among many other things. And of course, the result of that is that. And by the way, also me. And I've actually never interacted with Dawn Staley, but she has me blocked. So you can see who Dawn is actually friends with. That is okay, according to the WNBA. All right, I showed that already. Oh yeah, I just want to show there's so many more of these, but I just want to just give you an idea. This is from Asia Wilson herself. Ugly AF retweet child. If Brittany Griner and Anthony Davis had a baby, and here was one that says Baylor needs to man up. Where's Brittany Griner? That is from Asia Wilson. Now, there are a ton from Asia Wilson that I'm not even going to go over, but there are a ton of like blatant hate against Asians and all. I mean, it is Asia Wilson, and I believe. Wait, what is it? At at space Asia Wilson. So it's what Asia Wilson. Whoops, I forgot the little little thing, didn't I? Because let me see if she still has this, and I'll show you why I'm popping this up right now if I'm doing this right. That page doesn't exist. Oh, haha, I see what I did. Sorry about that. But I think when a lot of this stuff came back up, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Asia Wilson, coward, hateful, coward that she is, has recently protected her post because people were digging this stuff up. And the WNBA does not care because Asia Wilson is one of the protected ones because this campaign has nothing to do with protecting players from actual hate. The WNBA contributed to it. The WNBA media, I should say, the sports media contributed to it recklessly, falsely, over and over again, accusing Caitlin Clark of her privilege and her fans of being is. WNBA doesn't want to stop hate. If it did, it would not have allowed, you had ESPN, you had your Monica McNutts and your Shanae's and your L. Duncans and Andrea Carters and all of that. Because yes, leagues absolutely have some influence on that. The women in the media were just as bad toward Clark as the women who attacked her on the court. This is virtue signaling. This is pandering. This is the WNBA finding an excuse to go after Caitlin Clark fans and Caitlin Clark fans alone because they did nothing about the hate directed toward her last season. They won't this season either. So be on the lookout for that because I'm telling you, if someone can take her out, they will take her out. 100%. This is all a lie from the WNBA. This is nonsense. This is a way to go after Caitlin Clark fans. Nothing more, nothing less. Absolutely. I mean, this is disgusting, really, is what it is. It is absolutely disgusting that the WNBA is putting this out there under the guise of protecting players, which you can't do anyway, right? That's another thing that's so ridiculous. You're a sports league. Have you ever paid attention to how other fans interact with each other? And I'm not saying it's all good. Please don't misunderstand. But for a league to think, "Oh, we're going to make sure that everyone says nice things all the time," as if that's been the history of sports fandom. Fandom conflict, it is a big part of sports, especially among big rivalries with teams. I think there's a lot of other stuff going on with the WNBA that sadly makes things a little darker than just normal fan drama, as I just brought up. But let's be clear what they really mean here. Anything that they disagree with is hate. They scream maniacally, unhinged like that they are the tolerant ones. However, that tolerance is only there as long as you agree with them on everything. If you don't, he will be very, very intolerant toward you. But that's okay, you see. That's okay because you deserve it because you are intolerant by not agreeing with them on everything. See how that works? It's very, very one way. And yeah, that does make it insane. I appreciate you noticing. But yeah, so this is absolute nonsense. This has nothing to do with actually going after real hate. If it did, I mean, Kennedy Carter would have been suspended. Diamond Shields would have been suspended. By the way, she just got cut. So hey, there's karma coming late. Asia Wilson would be at the very least reprimanded and fined and having to make a public apology, but she should be suspended. Dolores would have no access whatsoever to anyone involved in the WNBA. Asia Wilson will be asked every single time a reporter is in front of her to denounce Dolores, as would Dawn Staley. But none of that is ever brought up by the WNBA because that is not what they're talking about. They're talking about you, Caitlin Clark fans, and you alone are the target of this policy. Promise. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. Appreciate you checking out this video. As always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you later.